Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Kingdom Wealth Warriors podcast, where we equip kingdom minded believers with spiritual truths to walk in divine authority, wisdom, and wealth. My name is Deb Howard, your abundant life coach. I'm just excited to be here on today. And today we're on episode 2 of the series that we started on Abundance by Design. Now, listen, in episode 1, we established a truth the enemy has worked hard to erase. And that truth is abundance is your birthright. Did you hear that? Abundance is your birthright. It's not a reward. It's a decision from heaven. Yes, it's a design decision from heaven. But today we're taking it further. Because if abundance is your inheritance, then dominion is how you manage it. And this episode is entitled Designed to Dominate. I want you to get a cup of coffee or a Coke, sit back. You might want to get a notepad because we're gonna go in today. Because let's be honest. The church has taught us how to survive in suffering, but not how to reign in power. At least, I never understood how to reign in power. We know how to worship while wounded, but do we know how to walk in dominion while whole? Today, we are reclaiming our original assignment: to rule, to subdue, to multiply, and to manage the earth with authority. Let's go to the beginning. Genesis 1:26 through 28. I'm going to read that from the NIV. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over all the earth." God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over every living creature." Genesis 1:26 through 28. I want us to break that down quickly. We see in our image. Let us make mankind in our image. It speaks to our nature. So they may rule. Speaks to our assignment. Remember, rule. God bless them. Speaks to our authorization. He blessed us to do just that, to rule and to be fruitful, multiply, and subdue. Speaks to our design function. This was not a suggestion. It was a divine instruction tied to our kingdom identity. Are we in an identity crisis? Did we forget who we are or who God made us to be? Let me be clear. Dominion isn't about dominating other people, okay? It's about stewardship. It's about stewarding territory, ideas, wealth, resources, and influence with kingdom alignment. There's an author that I've read several of his books. His name is Dr. Rennie McLean. And he says, you were never designed to live in time, but in eternity passing through time. I love that. Did you get that? You were never designed to live here in time. You live in eternity passing through time. You might catch that later. I just think that is so powerful. And that means dominion is more than natural. I'm going to try not to get excited today. It's more than natural. It's about living supernaturally in your design, carrying heaven's agenda that's in you into time, here on earth, into your business, your finances, your family, your future. You have eternity in you because you are eternal. And your assignment is just for this space, this visit, while you're passing through here on earth. If you were designed to dominate, then you have been given legal right to create, to shift, and govern atmospheres. So why are so many believers living in passivity? Why are we stuck saying that we have no power or there's nothing we can do? Let's dismantle something. Many of us have been taught that we're waiting on God, right? I'm just waiting on God. I'm just believing and praying and waiting on Him to move. But in reality, God is often waiting on you to realize who you are. You were commissioned in Genesis and recommissioned by Christ. What else are we waiting on? And we're literally, at the time of this recording, in a Holy Week leading up to His resurrection. You were commissioned in Genesis and recommissioned by Christ. The enemy can't steal your birthright. He can't. It's some things I feel like I need to say a couple of times. The enemy can't steal your birthright. But he'll trick you out of your boldness. He'll whisper you're not ready. You need more time. You don't have enough yet. And yet God has already said, I've made you in my image. Now rule. Now this, it kind of hits me in the chest a little bit. I know at one time in my own life, I believed that lie. I was tricked out of my boldness. I kept thinking I'm not ready. I kept thinking there was another something I needed, right? Another class, another person, a deeper revelation. I mean, right? You know, all the things. And so even though I was moving, I wasn't in movement. I was stuck trying to find really myself. Because this is what life does. This is what the world system will do. It will constantly raise the bar, right? As a minority, as a woman, the bar is always raised. Once I get to this level, we've changed the requirement to that level. So many times, in our natural life here on earth, it may seem like we're chasing something that we can never obtain. But Genesis says, I've made you in my image, now rule. And what the enemy wants you to believe is that you're not ready, that there's nothing in you. You don't have a purpose. You're too old. You're too young. You got too many kids. You got no kids. You need to be married and you're not married. You married and you need to be single. There's always something. I want you to think about that. As we go into our mind shift moment, and I want you to think about even this. This might seem a little heavy, this mind shift today, but it's important. Lack of dominion is not humility. It's disobedience. Lack of dominion, it's not humility. You may have thought that. It's disobedience. We've confused, especially in some of our religious circles, we've confused meekness with powerlessness. But Jesus was meek. And he still rebuked storms, cast out demons, and disrupted entire systems. Your design is meek authority, quiet strength with supernatural command. Child. We could go deep on this, but we're gonna keep it moving today. I want us to identify some key domains where we were designed to walk in dominion. We're designed to dominate our mind, our thinking. We all are familiar with Romans 12:2 to be exact, where it tells us to renew our minds, right? To renew our thoughts daily. We need to walk in dominion over our time. Stop letting urgency rob you of divine priorities. Every good thing is not a God thing. Be clear about what your kingdom assignment is. Your money. Be a master over your resources, not a slave to them. Your voice. Speak and declare with boldness and intention. Your voice carries authority, dominion, your environment, because you can set the atmosphere in your home, your business, or your ministry and your calling. Listen, no more playing it small. I need you to step into your full capacity, the full measure of your calling. Yes, it is a time to be bold. It's a time to stop holding back, to stop playing it safe. You don't need permission. You need posture. You were designed to dominate. Not people, not platforms, but your God-given sphere of influence. Stop apologizing for the assignment. Stop hiding the oil. Stop waiting to be discovered. You were already commissioned. Now move, now act, now dominate. This week, I want you to do something. I want you to write down 3 areas in your life where you've been passive. Listen, we've talked about this in previous episodes. It's important for us to identify those areas, to see with clarity, with clear vision, the areas in our own being that need to be corrected. And this is an opportunity. Listen, there's a glory today, even on this episode. And I don't want you to just listen. I want you to really hear what the Spirit is saying to the church on today, to the body, to you. So I want you to really do this. I want you to write down 3 areas in your life where you've been passive and ask the Holy Spirit, where have I forfeited dominion? What territory have I left unoccupied? Allow the Spirit to minister to you as you identify these areas that God has put in your hands that you've refused to take. Then I want you to declare, I take it back. I was designed to dominate in this area. When you've identified it, I want you to do it. I want you to say that, declare it. I declare that I take it back. I was designed to dominate in this area. I take back my ministry. I take back my business. I take back my idea. I take back my talent. I take it back. I was designed to dominate in this area. And start showing up as the answer, not the intercessor. Listen, I know intercession is real, but some of us are playing the role of an intercessor when you're the answer to the problem. You don't need to pray about it. You need to go about it. All right, y'all. Our affirmation moment for today. I want you to say these affirmations with me. I am made in God's image. I am blessed and authorized to rule. I am fruitful. I multiply, I subdue, and I manage. I do not shrink. I take dominion. I was designed to dominate, and I walk boldly in my authority. I walk boldly in my authority. I no longer apologize for who I am. I no longer apologize that you are offended or not offended. that you like it or don't like it. I was designed to dominate, and I walk boldly in my authority. Whew, Lord, I know this was a lot today, but I really felt even oppressing that we really needed to just go in. And there's so much more I want to say, but the time I know is far spent. So listen, this is going to wrap up episode 2 of Abundance by Design. And I hope something stirred in you today. I hope you felt the shift. Next time, we're going to talk about one of my favorite kingdom principles. Vision is the blueprint. Faith is the currency. We're going to talk about prophetic planning, future consciousness, and how to fund your vision with unshakable faith. I really can't wait. I can talk a little bit about that. If this blessed you, share it with a friend, y'all. Comment, like, let me know. Send me a message. Let me know what your thoughts are. Even if you don't agree, it's okay. And remember, you weren't born to blend in. You were born to rule. You weren't born to blend in. You may not fit in all the circles. You may be the outcast. You were born to rule. Listen, I think that's enough for today. So you know what I'm going to say. Go have your most abundant day. I will see you soon.